Brought to you by WikiVidi documentaries. PotCoin. PotCoin is a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency which exists with the aim of becoming the standard form of payment for the legalized cannabis industry. PotCoin is an open-source software project released under the MIT X11 license, and was technically nearly identical to Litecoin until August 23, 2015, when PotCoin changed to POSV, similar to Redcoin. PotCoin is not managed by any central authority, and provides a decentralized solution for the transfer of value. As of August 2014, PotCoin has received mainstream media coverage from agencies such as Fox Business, Vice, and TechCrunch. History. PotCoin was released on January 21, 2014, via GitHub by 3 entrepreneurs from Montreal, Canada, who hoped to create a cryptocurrency that would be adopted by the legal cannabis industry across the world. That is why this cryptocurrency was launched exactly at 4:20 p.m. This number is actually a term which is associated with the cannabis consumption. The nicknames of PotCoin developers are Hasoshi, Mr. Jones and Smokemon 514. A week after launch, PotCoin had enough interest to merit multiple mining pools, and on January 30, was added to a newly launched cryptocurrency exchange named Cryptorush, allowing trading between Bitcoin and PotCoin. During February and March 2014, PotCoin gained mainstream media attention due to the large community and expanding development team. On February 17, Chronic Star Medical, a supplier of cannabis foods, was the first merchant to announce they would be accepting PotCoin as a form of payment. By the end of March, PotCoin was added to 3 cryptocurrency exchanges that account for the largest trade volume to this date, and the development team had announced that they had secured their first seed round investment. On April 9, 2014, the PotCoin development team revealed their identities for the first time, when co-founders and developers Joel Yaffe and Nick Iverson delivered a talk about PotCoin at the New York Cryptocurrency Convention. The team also announced that they would be present in Denver on April 20 for the 420 Counterculture holiday. On April 19, 2014, PotCoin witnessed a dramatic rise in price, taking its market capitalization over $1 million for the first time, fueled by excitement around the April 20 Counterculture holiday. On April 20, PotCoin experienced its first major crash, with the value halving in one day due to speculation by investors. The market capitalization then sunk to a low of $244,000 on May 22, 2014. On May 27, PotCoin ATMs were made available for use in 2 River Rock wellness dispensaries in Colorado, which was regarded as a major milestone and helped overturn the downtrend in price, leading to an all-time high market capitalization of $1,860,000 on July 1. Additional details are available on www.potcoin.com. Early 2015 showed difficult times for PotCoin. The original development team broke apart and left for various reasons. At this point, the community tried to rally PotCoin away from death as a community-driven coin. Pot Labs, a group of people who had helped to develop many things for PotCoin in the early years, took charge of the push to keep PotCoin alive and moving forward. On August 23, 2015, Pot Labs released an update for PotCoin, one that was very anticipated. With this, PotCoin began its move to the POSV algorithm. Over the next few weeks there were some issues with the network getting up to speed. Many cryptocurrency exchanges also froze their PotCoin wallets, waiting to see what would happen. Within a few weeks the network began to get up to speed, and when exchanges were notified they began to unfreeze their wallets, allowing normal transactions to resume. On June 13, 2017, PotCoin sponsored ex-NBA star Dennis Rodman's fifth trip to North Korea to meet with longtime friend Kim Jong-un. Overview and specification. Much like Bitcoin, PotCoin is based on a public ledger known as a blockchain. PotCoin was originally a fork of Litecoin Quart, but with key differences including a shorter block generation time, a quicker halving schedule, and an increased maximum number of coins. Before PotCoin was publicly released, 55 blocks were mined for checkpoints. The initial block reward was set at 420 PotCoins. But on June 1, 2014, the block reward was halved and currently stands at 210 PotCoins. Mining can be performed by hardware including CPUs, GPUs and more commonly script ASICs. On August 23, PotCoin changed mining algorithms from script to POSV, a proof-of-stake algorithm designed to reward not only the ownership of coins, but also transactions, buying and selling. PotCoin can be traded online at numerous digital currency exchanges for Bitcoin, Litecoin, DogeSwan and DarkSwan. As of November 8, 2014, CryptC accounts for 91.7% of the trading volume, Bittrex 8.12%, and 7 other exchanges contributing towards the other 0.18% of trading volume. There are also sites that facilitate private and local trades, with LocalPot being a notable example. Snoop Youth Football League. On February 16, 2014, the PotCoin community paid $500 to Snoop Youth Football League, a charity set up by Snoop Dogg. The Snoop Youth Football League is a 501c3 non-profit organization that gives inner-city children between ages 5 and 13 the chance to participate in youth football and cheer. It took the community 2 days to raise the required 55,000 PotCoins. A video message was posted by Snoop Dogg thanking Nick Iverson, a PotCoin developer, for the contribution, and bonus prizes were sent to a number of community members. FRAXA Research Foundation. On July 8, 2014, a check for $2,000 was presented to the FRAXA Research Foundation after a community fundraising initiative through PotFunder. The fundraising campaign was pioneered by PotCoin team member Russell Thomas, who has a son that suffers from Fragile X syndrome. FRAXA is a 501c3 non-profit organization whose mission is to find effective treatments and ultimately a cure for Fragile X. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.